Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in again here on the channel. This is Son of Liberty. So today, if you guys haven't already seen my previous video of what we're going to be doing today, I'm giving you guys, based on the title of this video, my first initial impressions, and I'm going to run 2 mags through the 6 Hour 365 XL. Now, I know that, again, that this has already been reviewed previously, but with the, again, with the ammo prices, the firearm prices, the lack of availability, it took me a long time to actually track one of these things down once I had the money to actually buy it. So I'm really excited to actually bring you guys my first initial impressions of this gun. So anyway, it's enough talking. Let's get to shooting. All right, here we go. I've got to tell you that the recoil on this thing is, it's actually a really surprise. It's not what I was expecting at all. Based on the size of the gun, I expected the recoil to be much more substantial, to be honest with you. I just got done through purchasing a Glock 43 X, and I've got to tell you that the recoil, in my opinion, of the 43X is much more snappy than this 365 XL. Pleasantly surprised. The trigger is obviously a little different from what I'm used to from Glocks, but it's not unreasonable. So it's easy to track the front sight because the gun actually shoots really flat. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just not what I expected. Now, I will say this, one of the biggest things that I've ran into with loading these mags is that if you don't have a magazine loader, they are extremely difficult to load by hand. And I feel like that's important to mention, with the simple fact that a lot of husbands and a lot of, either boyfriends or fiancés, they're buying these firearms for their wives, their spouses, their mothers, sisters, whatever the case may be. But a lot of also elderly people are buying this gun because of its size. It's very compact. They can put it inside of a jacket pocket, or however they choose to carry this, obviously. But I think it's important to note, just for the simple fact that if you do not have a magazine loader to make this easier, you may have some difficulty. So I felt like that was worth mentioning. One of the things that I want to test is a limp wrist test. I have a hard time saying that word and I don't know why. But I think that's also important, because if you are not a, if you're someone who's not, that's got a lot of experience with shooting, a lot of people sometimes have the tendency to limp wrist a firearm, and sometimes that can obviously cause the gun to malfunction. So I'm just going to relax my hand and just kind of see what the gun actually does. Nice. Guys, I've got to tell you, I'm going to have a hard time holding out for the detailed review for you guys. I had no idea that I was going to actually like the feel of this gun so well. So anyway, first thoughts, again, as I said, for me, I have large size hands, and so as you can see here, this gun fits very well even in my large size hands. The recoil is probably what the biggest surprise for me is. I cannot believe how tame the recoil is on a gun that's so small. That was the first thing I thought about. As soon as I picked this gun up, I thought this thing is going to be snappy. And again, I just got done through shooting the 43X like 10 minutes prior to picking this gun up, and the 43X, in my opinion, is much more snappier than this gun. This one is a lot easier to track the front sight, and this one is the one that has the upgraded sights on it. Anyway, I'm really happy with this thing so far. I don't know if I'm gonna have any issues with it. Obviously, time is gonna tell. But again, guys, I would really like to hear your thoughts on how many rounds that you feel is substantial to get a really good feel for the gun before you put a firearm into carry rotation. So sound off below, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you guys can be notified every time I post a video. Until that next one, take care, guys. Be safe.